Hi guys, Dr. Jamie Coker with Legacy Physical Therapy here. Thursday, it's our day to do lives. And today we've chosen to talk about proper toileting position. And this is important because what we find is a vast majority of our patients and clients here who have difficulty with emptying their bowels or emptying their bladders are not sitting correctly on the toilet. So we thought we would share a quick video on what is the proper way to sit on the toilet and a tool that you can use or a way that you can make things more effective when you go to empty. So like I said, a lot of people that we find come in are constipated or they can't fully empty their bladder. And these positioning tips will be really, really helpful for any of you feeling like I just can't get my bladder fully emptied, or I'm backed up and constipated and I have to strain a lot to get bowels and bladder empty. So the vast majority of us sit on the toilet and just sit, okay? Another group of us tend to hover, okay? So big no-nos when it comes to toileting is not to hover, okay? So we want to make full contact with the toilet seat so we can do our best to relax our muscles and let our body do its thing. And even in this position, in an upright sitting position, it's not the most effective for emptying. What is the most effective position for emptying is to use a stool. And we love to use this one or recommend this one to our patients. This is called a squatty potty. And you can buy them at any drugstore. They've got them at Target and Walmart. Amazon even sells them. So a squatty potty is designed to fit right around the base of your toilet, and then it's also got nice positioning places for your feet. If you don't have a squatty potty or do not want to buy one, you can use a stool. I tell patients to get a couple of books that you don't mind being on the bathroom floor and use those instead of a stool. So you can ration something similar at home with just what you have. But if you want an actual tool that they create for simplicity's sake, this is the squatty potty. And we do recommend a stool. This is why. So the recommended toileting position is going to be making contact with the toilet seat, and taking your feet and placing them up onto a stool, a squatty potty, or even those built-up books like I described, so that your knees are getting slightly higher than your hips. We were actually designed to squat to eliminate our bowels and empty our bladders. And we just modernized it with the addition of the toilet. And some toilets can even be very, very high now, so that it keeps us in more of a supported standing position versus a squatting position. So the stool will help you get into a squatting position. So knees need to be slightly higher than your hips, and they need to be wide, okay? That's where the squatty potty is nice and handy, because it has these shapes that you can actually put your feet on, and it positions you wide. So your feet need to be open and out from the hips, okay? This is the first step. From here, then you want to do, so you sit down, then you want to, with a straight back, lean forward with your forearms or your hands resting on your knees. So you get in this full supported squat position on the toilet. In this position, you get better muscle relaxation. Your bowels line up in a more vertical position. At the end of our bowel, there's a little kink in our chain, and so it straightens out that kink so that gravity can then pull things out of our bowels. In this position, you get more pressure onto the bladder, so you might get a little bit more effective bladder emptying here, okay? So lots of benefits to this position, but you want to get in here where your elbows are supported on your knees, a straight back, feet up a bit, and then supported out to the sides of your hips. And in this position, you relax and you let your body do its thing. So that's why the squatty potty is great, but you can also use other forms of stools or books or things you have at home to get into this position. But that is the most effective way to empty both our bowels and our bladders. It will allow for less straining, faster emptying, and then, of course, more effective emptying, like I said. If you are, say, out in the community and you don't have a stool close by, the one thing I explain to my patients that could be really helpful is to do at least the upper half of that position that I just showed you. So get onto the toilet seat, make contact, and then bend forward. You could go up on your tippy toes a little bit if you needed to. Some people don't relax very well when they're up on their tippy toes, so if you have to, just simply bend forward. If you're out at a restaurant or a store and you need to use the restroom and you want to try for more effective emptying that way. So those are your tips on getting better bowel and bladder emptying, and now you know that there's a proper way to sit on the toilet. If you have any questions for us, you can drop them below or you can send us a message, and always give our office a call if you have any questions related to bowel or bladder or pelvic pains of any kind, because we are always happy to help.